Welcome, my friend. Today is not just another day, and this video is not just another piece of content. What you are about to hear is a wake-up call that has the power to separate the weak from the strong, the lost from the wise, and the average from the unstoppable. This is not casual motivation. This is not background noise. This is a system, a map, and in some ways, a warning. Every single day you scroll through endless distractions. Every single day you see others climbing, building, achieving, while you stay stuck in the same place, wondering why your life feels heavy, why your dream seems so far away. You think it's bad luck. You think it's because of your family, your environment, or your past. But the truth is harder. The truth is this: you are not educating yourself. Your enemy is not poverty. It is not failure. It is not rejection. Your greatest enemy is not knowing how money works, not knowing how people deceive, not knowing how to control your anger, your time, your energy, your thoughts, not knowing how to rise when life knocks you flat on the ground. And here is the harsh reality. If you don't educate yourself daily, life will educate you, but it will do so through pain. Life will charge you tuition in the form of rejection, heartbreak, job loss, financial struggle, and regret. You will keep repeating the same mistakes, losing opportunities, and blaming everything but yourself. And slowly your confidence, your self-respect, and your hope will erode. But there is another path. 1 hour a day. Just 1 hour of intentional learning can make you more powerful than 99% of people who stopped learning after school. Think about that. The world is filled with people who graduated, collected a degree, and then closed the book on their own growth. They believed school was the finish line. They didn't realize it was only the starting point. That is why their lives never change. They pass exams, forget what they memorized, chase jobs, complain about salaries, and wait for luck. Meanwhile, the few who choose daily self-education, the ones who pick up books, listen to lessons, practice skills, and expand their knowledge, they rise. They grow. They separate themselves from the masses. In this series, I will take you step by step and show you how to build this daily habit. You'll learn what to study, how to study, when to study, and how to connect your growth to real-world success. This isn't only about money or career. This is about freedom, respect, confidence, and power. And yes, by listening and practicing daily, your English will grow sharper because you'll be learning powerful ideas and powerful language together. So let's begin with honesty. The brutal truth is this: if you don't educate yourself, life will. And life's lessons are expensive. School may give you a degree, but only self-education will give you freedom. The world is changing faster than ever. New technology, new industries, new opportunities, new threats. If you remain stuck with old knowledge, old habits, and old thinking, you'll be crushed by the weight of change. This is a first call. Decide today that you will become a student of life again. Let me tell you something most people will never admit. The greatest pain in life is not hunger, not poverty, not loneliness. The greatest pain is realizing too late that you wasted your years. You look back and see all the opportunities you missed, all the chances you didn't take, and you whisper to yourself, if only I had known, if only I had prepared, if only I had educated myself. Ignorance looks harmless in the beginning. You tell yourself, I don't need to learn today. I'll figure out later. You skip reading. You skip practicing. You skip training your mind. And at first, nothing feels wrong. But slowly, silently, ignorance grows like a hidden disease. One day you try to start a business and fail because you never learned about money. One day you face a crisis and break down because you never learn emotional strength. One day you see others rising above you and realize you stayed the same because you never invested in yourself. The painful truth is this: life doesn't forgive ignorance. The system is designed in such a way that the uninformed always pay the price. Someone who understands contracts will outsmart the one who doesn't. Someone who understands communication will lead, while the one who stutters in fear will be ignored. Someone who knows how to manage money will multiply it, while the one who doesn't will lose it all. Knowledge is power, and lack of knowledge is slavery. Think about it. You go to school for 12 or 16 years. You study math, science, history, maybe literature. But when you step into the real world, you realize school didn't teach you how to manage emotions, how to negotiate, how to protect yourself from manipulation, how to build financial freedom, how to master your mindset. School gave you information, but not transformation. It gave you degrees, but not direction. And that's where most people stop. They think education ends with graduation. But the people who win in life understand something deeper. Real education begins when school ends. Now, let's be clear. Ignorance is not your fault in the beginning. You were born into a system that trained you to memorize instead of to master. But once you know the truth, once you hear this message, it becomes your responsibility. You can't stay blind after the light touches your eyes. You can't keep walking in darkness once you know the switch exists. So here's a challenge. Ask yourself right now, what do I not know that is costing me? Is it financial ignorance that keeps you in debt? Is it emotional ignorance that keeps you in toxic relationships? Is it language ignorance that limits your communication, your confidence, your global opportunities? Identify it, name it, and then make a vow to destroy that ignorance through learning. Ignorance has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Failure at least teaches you something. But ignorance keeps you stuck, repeating the same mistakes, never knowing why. It keeps you poor in mind, poor in spirit, and poor in results. And the worst part? Ignorance steals your time, the one thing you can never get back. This is why daily self-education is not optional. It's survival. It's the difference between drifting in circles and moving forward with power. It's the choice between living in regret and living with respect. Decide today you'll no longer be a victim of ignorance. Most people are not failures because they lack talent. They are not failures because they lack intelligence. They fail because they refuse to go beyond average. They accept mediocrity as normal. They stop chasing growth the moment life gets comfortable. You see, average feels safe. Average feels easy. Average doesn't demand discipline. But average also doesn't reward you. Average means living paycheck to paycheck, working for someone else's dream, surviving instead of thriving. Average means your potential stays locked inside you, never expressed, never honored. Why do so many people stay average? Because of habits. It's not that they don't want success. Everyone wants success. But wanting is cheap. Habits are expensive. Success demands daily rituals, daily learning, daily stretching of the mind. And that's where average people quit. They trade growth for comfort, progress for entertainment, knowledge for distraction. Think about your own life. How many hours have you spent scrolling, watching, consuming meaningless noise? Compare that with how many hours you spent learning a new skill, reading a powerful book, or practicing communication. The numbers don't lie. Your results are not random. They are a reflection of your daily habits. The average person spends more money on fast food than on books. They spend more time watching shows and studying success. They invest more energy in gossip than in growth. And then they wonder why life feels heavy, why opportunities slip through their fingers, why nothing ever changes. Let me give you a truth that stings. Your future is hiding inside your daily routine. If your routine is weak, your future will be weak. If your routine is strong, your future will be strong. Education is not an event. It is a habit. You don't grow by attending a seminar once a year. You grow by planting seeds of knowledge every single day. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to know everything. You just need to be consistent. 1 page a day, 1 lesson a day, 1 practice a day. Over time, that small effort compounds into mastery. While others waste years, you are building an unstoppable foundation. The difference between average and great is not massive talent. It is small disciplines repeated over time. Average people quit when they are tired. Great people keep going even when it's hard. Average people escape into comfort. Great people embrace discomfort because they know discomfort is the birthplace of growth. So ask yourself, do you want to stay average or do you want to rise? Do you want to live a life of just enough? Or do you want to create a life of abundance, freedom, and impact? The choice is yours, but the path is clear. Destroy average by committing to daily self-education. Reading is not just about words on a page. Reading is conversation with greatness. When you read, you are not just absorbing information. You're entering the mind of someone who lived, struggled, discovered, and achieved before you. You are borrowing their wisdom, their mistakes, their lessons, without paying the full price of their pain. The tragedy is that most people stop reading after school. They believe books are for exams, not for life. They forget that books are shortcuts, time machines that condense decades of experience into hours of insight. That is why leaders are readers. That is why the successful guard their reading habits like treasure. Imagine this. You sit down with a book written by a billionaire. In just a few hours, you learn principles that took them 30 years to master. That's not reading. That's compressing time. That's accelerating growth. That's escaping ignorance at lightning speed. Books open doors school never showed you. They teach you about money, psychology, communication, history, mindset, strategy, and resilience. They sharpen your language, expand your vocabulary, and strengthen your ability to express yourself. For English learners, every book is not only knowledge, but practice. Every page improves fluency, confidence, and thinking. But reading is not about quantity. It is about depth. One book studied deeply, applied daily, can change your entire life more than 100 books skimmed without action. Knowledge in use becomes noise. Knowledge applied becomes power. If you want to rise, create a daily reading ritual. Even 10 minutes a day compounds into 60 hours a year. Imagine the person you could become with 60 hours of wisdom entering your mind year after year. While others waste their energy chasing distractions, you'll be arming yourself with clarity, vision, and strength. Never underestimate the silent power of reading. It doesn't look dramatic. It doesn't make noise. But it transforms you from the inside out. And when transformation is internal, no force on earth can stop the results from showing externally. One of the greatest tragedies of modern education is this. Schools prepare you to earn money, but they never teach you how money works. You are trained to become a worker, not a master. You are taught to trade time for salary, not to build assets, not to multiply wealth, not to escape the trap of debt. That's why millions of educated people remain broke. They know algebra, but not accounting. They know history, but not how to make their own future. They memorize formulas, but never learn the formula of freedom. Money is not evil. Money is a tool. In the hands of the wise, it builds schools, hospitals, businesses, and opportunities. In the hands of the ignorant, it vanishes, leaving nothing but regret. The problem is not money itself. The problem is ignorance about money. If you do not study money, money will always control you. You will work endless hours, chasing a paycheck, always behind, always stressed. But if you master money, how to earn it, manage it, invest it, and grow it, then money becomes your servant, not your master. School may have failed to teach you this, but self-education can. There are books, mentors, courses, and lessons waiting for you. Learn how debt works. Learn how interest works. Learn how investment works. Learn how to protect and multiply what you earn. Because without financial education, even hard work becomes slavery. True freedom is not working harder. True freedom is working smarter. And working smarter begins with educating yourself about money. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. It whispers, stay here, don't push, don't stretch, don't risk. And because comfort feels good in the moment, most people accept its chains without realizing they are trapped. Think about it. How many times have you chosen rest over growth, entertainment over education, safety over risk? Comfort is seductive, but it is also poisonous. It keeps you exactly where you are while convincing you that life is fine. But deep inside, you know it's not fine. You know there is more inside you waiting to be expressed. Comfort zones do not stay the same. They shrink. The longer you stay comfortable, the weaker you become. Muscles shrink without use. Skills fade without practice. Confidence dies without challenge. The only way to grow is to step outside the zone of safety and embrace the discomfort of learning, practicing, and failing forward. Those who master discomfort master life. Everyone has dreams. Everyone has goals. But goals without discipline are like seeds thrown on stone. They will never grow. Discipline is the bridge that connects desire to destiny. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Reading when you'd rather scroll. Practicing when you'd rather sleep. Saving when you'd rather spend. Speaking when you'd rather stay silent. Discipline is the muscle of greatness, and like any muscle, it grows through repetition. The undisciplined wait for motivation. The disciplined create momentum. The undisciplined pray for luck. The disciplined practice until skill replaces luck. If you want a future beyond average, discipline must become your closest friend. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you deposit success into your future. Life is not just about knowledge. It's also about handling storms. You can be intelligent, skilled, and even wealthy, but if you cannot control your emotions, you will lose everything. Anger destroys relationships. Fear destroys opportunities. Jealousy destroys peace. And stress destroys health. Emotional ignorance is one of the greatest reasons why intelligent people fail. Emotional mastery begins with awareness. Notice your triggers. Understand your patterns. Replace reaction with reflection. A person who can stay calm under pressure, who can think clearly in chaos, becomes a leader naturally. Others collapse, they remain standing. Others panic, they remain composed. True power is not screaming louder. It is staying calmer. We live in a global world. Borders are no longer the limit. The internet has connected billions of people, billions of ideas, billions of opportunities. And what is the key that opens these doors? Language. If you want access to the world's best knowledge, business, and networks, you must master English. It is not just a subject. It is a tool of influence, communication, and opportunity. Without it, your ideas remain locked inside your local environment. With it, your ideas can travel the world. Improving your English is not only about grammar. It's about confidence. It's about clarity. It's about being able to express your vision so strongly that people believe, support, and follow you. Every new word you learn, every sentence you practice, is a new door opening in your future. Master language and you master access. Greatness does not come from giant leaps. It comes from small steps taken daily. Reading 10 pages a day may feel small, but over a year, it's 3,650 pages, about 15 books. Practicing English for 15 minutes a day may feel small, but over a year, it's over 90 hours of improvement. Saving a small amount each week may feel small, but over a decade, it becomes wealth. The secret is not intensity, but consistency. The small things, done daily, compound into big results. That's why most people underestimate habits. They look too simple, but simplicity is power. Remember this. Success is never one giant event. It is a result of small disciplines, repeated until they create unstoppable momentum. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the classroom of success. Every master was once a beginner who failed more times than the average person even tried. The only difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is this. The successful use failure as fuel, while the unsuccessful use it as an excuse. When you fail, you're not defeated. You are educated. Each mistake is a teacher. Each setback is a lesson, but only if you choose to see it that way. Most people run from failure, hide from it, or deny it. The wise run toward it, learn from it, and rise because of it. Failure is not final. Quitting is. You cannot rise in a toxic environment. If your circle is negative, lazy, and hopeless, they will pull you down to their level. Environment is stronger than willpower. You may have goals, but if everyone around you lives without them, you will slowly shrink to fit in. This is why you must guard your environment like treasure. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, challenge you, and hold you accountable. If you can't find such people physically, find them in books, audios, and online communities. Let the voices you listen to shape you into the person you want to become. Change your environment, and you change your destiny. Money lost can be earned again. Opportunities lost may come again. But time lost is gone forever. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever own. Yet most people spend it as if it's endless. They waste hours on distractions, gossip, and meaningless noise, never realizing they are trading life itself. Winners treat time like gold. They invest it wisely, knowing every minute compounds into their future. They plan, they prioritize, they protect their schedule. Losers treat time like dust. They throw it away without thought. If you respect your time, the world will respect you. Motivation is easy to find. Consistency is rare. Motivation gets you started. Consistency gets you results. Without consistency, even the greatest plan fails. With consistency, even the simplest plan succeeds. Think of water dripping on stone. One drop does nothing, but thousands of drops, day after day, carve the rock. That is consistency. The world does not reward what you start. It rewards what you sustain. Commit to small daily actions, and let consistency do the heavy lifting. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build. And the fastest way to build confidence is through action. Each time you face a fear, your confidence grows. Each time you speak up, your voice grows stronger. Each time you practice, your skills sharpen. Waiting for confidence before taking action is a trap. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. The more you act, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. Confidence is not given. It is earned through repetition, courage, and persistence. In today's noisy world, focus is a superpower. Most people scatter their attention across dozens of distractions, social media, endless notifications, gossip, and drama. They chase everything and achieve nothing. But those who learn focus can achieve in 1 year what others fail to do in 10. Focus means cutting away what doesn't matter. It means saying no more often than yes. It means pouring your full energy into one goal until it bends to your will. The sun can warm, but when focused through a lens, it can burn. Your mind works the same way. Scatter your attention and you stay average. Focus it and you become unstoppable. Leadership is not about titles or positions. It is about influence, and influence always begins with self-leadership. If you cannot lead yourself, your habits, your emotions, your time, your energy, you cannot lead anyone else. True leaders rise not because they demand authority, but because they demonstrate it through example. They inspire by living the values they preach. They show discipline, courage, and vision, and others naturally follow. Remember, leadership is not given, it is earned. and it always starts within. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your focus, and your progress. The moment you measure your life against someone else's highlight reel, you poison your mind with envy and doubt. You were not born to copy someone else's timeline. You were born with your own path, your own pace, your own potential. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Celebrate others, but compete only with yourself. The moment you stop comparing, you free yourself to grow without limits. Gratitude is more than saying thank you. It is a mindset that transforms how you see life. When you focus on what you have, you attract more. When you obsess over what you lack, you push blessings away. Gratitude shifts your energy from scarcity to abundance, from stress to peace. It reminds you that even in struggle, there is something to be thankful for. Breath in your lungs, lessons in your pain, opportunities in your challenges. The most successful people are not those who have everything, but those who are grateful for everything. Life will knock you down. Dreams will be delayed. People will doubt you. Doors will close. But resilience is the muscle that allows you to rise again, again, and again. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It is about refusing to surrender to it. It is about bending without breaking, falling without quitting. Every great story is written in chapters of resilience, setbacks, comebacks, breakthroughs. Without resilience, talent dies early. With resilience, even ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. You cannot build a great future on a weak body. Health is the foundation of everything. Your energy, your focus, your mood, your productivity. Without health, wealth becomes meaningless. Without energy, even dreams feel heavy. Taking care of your body is not vanity. It is responsibility. Exercise, nutrition, sleep, these are not luxuries, they are necessities. Every push-up strengthens discipline. Every healthy meal fuels clarity. Every hour of rest repairs your power. Treat your body like a temple, not a trash bin. Success demands strength. Most people never live fully because they are afraid to risk. They fear failure, rejection, and loss more than they desire growth. But every great achievement in history came from risk. The entrepreneur who built an empire, the leader who started a movement, the student who dared to dream bigger. All of them stepped into the unknown. Risk is uncomfortable, but comfort never created greatness. When you take risks, you may fail, but when you avoid them, you guarantee failure. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite fear. Vision is the ability to see beyond what is into what can be. Average people see only the present. Leaders, dreamers, and achievers see the future before it exists. Without vision, you wander. With vision, you march. Vision gives direction to your energy, purpose to your pain, and meaning to your sacrifice. It allows you to endure struggle because you know what you are building. Create a clear vision for your life. Write it, speak it, see it daily. If your mind can see it, your hands can build it. No matter how intelligent or skilled you are, there will be moments when logic is not enough. Faith is the bridge that carries you through uncertainty. It is the belief that your effort is not in vain, that your struggle has purpose, that your future is greater than your past. Faith does not eliminate work. It empowers it. Faith gives you the courage to continue when nothing seems to be working. Faith whispers, keep going, your breakthrough is near. Lose faith, and you lose direction. Strengthen faith, and you strengthen everything. Success is sweet, but selfish success is empty. True fulfillment comes not from what you take, but from what you give. Service, helping others, lifting others, contributing to something bigger than yourself, is the highest form of wealth. When you serve, you create impact that outlives you. Your words, your actions, your lessons ripple through lives you may never meet. And in giving, you also receive respect, love, and meaning. Never forget, the greatest leaders were also the greatest servants. The world changes faster than ever before. New technology, new opportunities, new challenges, everything is in motion. Those who refuse to adapt are crushed by change. Those who embrace adaptability rise above it. Adaptability means being a student for life. It means letting go of outdated beliefs and upgrading your knowledge. It means not fearing change, but mastering it. The strong are not those who resist change. The strong are those who bend, adjust, and turn change into advantage. In every crisis, there are two types of people, victims and visionaries. Choose to be the visionary. Passion is fuel. Without it, work feels heavy. With it, even long hours feel light. Passion gives you energy that coffee cannot, persistence that logic cannot, creativity that money cannot. But passion is not found by waiting. Passion is built by doing, by experimenting, by following curiosity until it ignites into fire. And once you find it, protect it. Feed it daily with practice and purpose. Passion makes you magnetic. It inspires others. It keeps you alive when the path is long. Find your passion, and your journey will never feel empty. Most people chase luxury. Cars, clothes, houses, applause. But true greatness is not measured in possessions. It is measured in legacy, what remains when you are gone. Luxury dies with you. Legacy lives beyond you. Legacy is the wisdom you share, the lives you impact, the seeds you plant in others. When you focus only on luxury, your success ends with you. When you focus on legacy, your success multiplies through generations. Ask yourself daily, am I building a life that looks rich or a life that leaves others richer? To become unstoppable, you must combine many elements: focus, discipline, resilience, vision, and service. Alone, each is powerful. Together, they make you unbreakable. An unstoppable person is not someone who never falls. It is someone who never stays down. They do not wait for motivation. They create it. They do not fear obstacles. They use them as stepping stones. They do not stop learning. They sharpen their edge daily. When the world says, it's impossible, the unstoppable say, watch me. Now we arrive at the most important truth. Everything you have read, everything you have learned here, is worthless unless you act on it. Motivation fades. Knowledge fades. But action plants seeds that grow into results. This is not the end of a script. This is the beginning of your new life. Commit to 1 hour of learning daily. Commit to replacing ignorance with wisdom, weakness with strength, fear with courage. Step into discomfort. Build discipline. Master language. Sharpen your mind.